time for a book unhaul, you guys. All right, hello everybody. My name is Lauren and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we're going to do a book unhaul. If you hear anything in the background, I still have my youngest here and I kind of have him preoccupied with a movie. So if you hear that in the background, that's what it is. He might be curious and come and visit. I don't know. We'll find out. So if we have a visitor, we have a visitor. So the reason for this book unhaul, if you're in the bookish community, unless you live under a rock, you've heard the Amazon announcement of the releases of the new Kindles, and more specifically the Kindle Colorsoft. I am very interested in getting the Kindle Colorsoft, so that's why I'm doing a book unhaul. Now, does my most recent, I believe, 2022 Kindle Paperwhite signature work perfectly fine? Yes. Do I need a new Kindle? No. Do I want one? The color one? Yes, I do. But I'm going to be smart about it. I'm not just going to go click and buy it. I can trade this in for 20% off of a new Kindle Colorsoft plus a $30 gift card. And so all these books that I'm going to unhaul, I'm going to sell and raise money. So basically, I'm going to get my new Kindle for free. So without further ado, let's jump right into these books that I'm going to get rid of here. I went through all of my bookshelves, and I wasn't going to film that process because that's just late at night. And a lot of times at the end of the night, I'm just touch out. Overstimulated from the day with 4 kids and all that kind of stuff. So I had already gone through all of my bookshelves and pulled off what I want to get rid of. So I'm just going to show you that right now. So one of the first ones that I'm going to get rid of is this Kristen Hanna book called Summer Island. I really liked it, but not enough to keep it on my shelves. So this is going to be one of the ones that I'm going to sell. Let's see, the next one here is my holiday special edition of Fourth Wing with the black, not painted, sprayed edges, painted, sprayed, stenciled. You get the idea. I already have a copy of Fourth Wing. Do I necessarily need this holiday special edition copy? No. So this is going on the chopping block also. Let's see. This I've had for many, many, many years. It's the Stories of Ray Bradbury. It's a lot of short stories that he's written, not necessarily one of his more famous stories. I've had this on my bookshelves maybe since after graduating high school and in college. I have yet to pull this down and read it. I believe I got it thrifting. So this is going to be another thing that I'm going to get rid of. It also has those, what do you call it, dappled edges. So that kind of drew me in. But if I haven't read it at this point in like 10 or 15 years, I'm not going to read it. So away it's going. This is my Barnes & Noble copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey with the leather binding and gold gilded edges. I believe I bought this while I was in college too. I have recently obtained the Emily Wilson translations of the Iliad and the Odyssey, and I much prefer those. And as nice as this looks, I'm not going to hang on to this, so this is going to go too. Alright, here are some extra books I have. This Woven Kingdom trilogy. These are all first editions, and this particular one I think is the, hold on, LitJoy edition. But I have a complete set of the LitJoy editions on my shelves behind me, so I'm going to get rid of these as a set. But these are both here first editions of the regular editions, if that makes sense. So this whole set I'm going to be selling as a set, even though this is a LitJoy special edition. These are just regular first editions. somebody somewhere is going to want it. Okay, so there's those. I wanted to fill this real quick because I've actually already sold this one. This is a Lumicrete special edition of Jade and Dragons. I've come to learn about myself that this kind of fantasy is not my cup of tea. So most of the ones like this I'm going to be getting rid of. But this is unread. I've already sold it. So I'm making this video so I can ship it out to the buyer. Similarly to as before, this is my Easton Press edition of the Iliad. And if you haven't heard of Easton Press, they're really good at making old-fashioned leather-bound, this is true leather, leather-bound special edition books. A lot of classics. At one point, I was subscribed to their 100 greatest books ever written, so where every month they send you a leather-bound edition of a book. They all come with these ribbon bookmarks, and these are the edges. A lot of them have special illustrations and all that kind of stuff. But like I said earlier, with the other copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey, I have my Emily Wilson translations, which I much prefer. So even as nice and beautiful as this book is, and heavy, leather bound is definitely heavy. I don't need a second copy on my shelves. Well, hello, little man. What you doing? You gonna help Mama?
Mommy.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a book.
Yeah, a book. Okay. Why don't you go back to watching your car show? Go back with your show. Yay! Alright, so the next book I have that I'm finally going to be getting rid of is Legacy by Susan Kay. Now, this is a book about, was it Queen Elizabeth? Yes, Queen Elizabeth I. I've had this on my shelves for so long, I don't even remember where I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it thrifting. But this has been on the chopping block as far as keeping or getting rid of for so many years. But yet, I've kept it on my shelves, but yet I always pass it up. So I think it is finally time to finally let this go. Because, again, if I haven't read it at this point, I'm not going to be reading it. Even though this was the first American printed edition, it's going. I haven't read it. I'm not going to read it. Somebody else can enjoy it even more than I'm enjoying it. Or not enjoying it, I guess, right now. The next one I'm getting rid of is a Lumicrate's special edition of Goddess of the River. Even though it's a really nice edition with the stenciled edges, the story isn't something that, like if I went to a bookstore and read the synopsis, I probably wouldn't pick this up. So this is going to be passed on. I'm going to be selling this one, and that one's going to go too. Also in the same boat, this is the Illumicrate edition of To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang. Same thing, this kind of fantasy is not really my cup of tea, so I want to sell this and give somebody else a chance to read this that would enjoy it more than me. This is Five Broken Blades by Mai Corland. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Not gonna lie, what got me was the stenciled edges. Do I really want to read this book? No, but I got drawn in by these because I think now Barnes & Noble is really getting into the stenciled and sprayed edges thing, and think, you know, this is like one of the first ones, so I got it just because of the stenciled edges, not because I was interested in the story. I'm not really interested in the story, so somebody else can have this. Alright, here's one that I picked up at Book Outlet, and for some reason, I was interested at the time, but I'm not really interested in reading it anymore. This is Orson Scott Card's Pathfinder. This is part of a trilogy. I don't even think I paid, $5 for this book, so I'm not really, bent out of shape about letting it go. So somebody else can enjoy this, but not me. And the last book I have to unhaul is Pittsburgh by Frank Santoro. So basically it's like a graphic novel kind of sort of. I got this off of Book Outlet also. I'm not sure exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it arrived and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I'm probably never going to pick this up and read it, so I'm going to let this go too. And that's that. I'm getting rid of 15 books. Whoop! So hopefully with the selling of the 15 books in combination with selling Amazon back my Kindle Paperweight for 20% off plus a $30 gift card, I could put all of that towards a new Kindle Colorsoft, and I'll be able to get it for free. So yeah, I mean, there are people out there that are like, oh, but the technology isn't there yet, and my work's just fine, and blah, 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 blah. But you know what? The haters are going to hate. You do you, boo. Those of us that want the Kindle Colorsoft, we're going to get it. That's all there is to it. So, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching. If you're interested in anything that I've shown, I will post my Mercari and Pango books links below. So, check those out. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. People are whining and complaining about the price, but there are ways you can work around the price. It's not like you have to pay that much for the Kindle straight out. I mean, trade in your old Kindle. If the Kindle Colorsoft was priced the exact same as the Kindle Paperweight Signature, everybody would be all over it. But because it's a little bit more, everybody's like, oh, well, my old Kindle works just fine. Oh, the technology isn't there yet. Even though everybody's like, oh, so-and-so came out with a color reader, and so-and-so came out with a color reader. Where's Amazon's Kindle color reader? But now it's out, and everybody's all whining and complaining about it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Make up your mind.